Hey, what's up, fellow guitarists? Larry Tamanini here with LT Jazz Guitar Under 5 Minutes. Hey, what's going on? Happy October. Something about the month of October just is very conducive to learning the guitar. I've always had really good and productive October months, and hopefully this year is no different. And I'm here to talk about rhythm changes. Rhythm changes songs, probably one of the most important part of learning jazz guitar. Obviously based on George Gershwin and his sister Ira's wonderful rhythm changes, I Got Rhythm. And from that tune, all these other amazing songs were written off the template of pretty much, you know, that standard sort of 1-6-2-5 thing, and then go into this bridge of consecutive dominant chords, you know, in this case going from D, G, C, and F7, right? I believe that playing rhythm changes is a lot more complex than playing like a tune like Giant Steps, because on Giant Steps there's only like so much you can do, right? The whole point is just to be able to outline those changes. But on a tune like Rhythm Changes, or a Rhythm Changes type tune, it's a very strict construct of chords that you have to be kind of really creative in. And there have been so many wonderful melodies written over it. I just played a George Benson tune called Ready and Able from the Cooker, probably one of my favorite rhythm changes tunes to play. But enough about that and what I'm into. Let's talk about this tune, right? Now, a lot of people will learn something like this from the real book. And I remember one of the first rhythm changes type tunes I tried to learn was a Sonny Rollins tune called Oleo. And in the real book, the second chord was listed as it went from B flat major 7. I usually would play a dominant here over the chords, and we'll get to that in a moment. And then it's like a B flat major, G minor, C minor, and then your F7, right? Well, I mean, there's no real problem with this, and you can kind of get away with it. But the big issue that a lot of guitar players will have, and musicians alike, is that you're just kind of like noodling over B flat major, right? The whole point of this and most bebop songs is to kind of get inside the changes, right? So the first thing I want to do if I'm talking about those 4 chords, those 4 beginning chords, is I'm going to probably make them all dominant chords, right? And why would I do that? Well, what I want to try to do when I'm playing this is I want a line within the line. So I'm going to play a real simple idea maybe over the first, 8 bars, and you're going to see what I do and how I sort of go out of B flat major to make these changes pop a little bit more. So check it out. What I'm going to do here is pedal point with that F, right? So I went from this B flat, and then I'm going to go up to the B natural, right? That's my third of G7. And then I'm going to maybe play a line over this 2-5. Now what I have here is I'm on a D minor, right? And then I'm going to go down to D flat 7. And then there's that C minor again. This is the interesting part, I feel, of a rhythm changes, right? Because there's a lot of chords that are really sort of happening just to get me from the 1 to the 4, okay? But like in a blues, the 4 chord happens in the 5th bar. In the rhythm section, or rhythm changes, it's going to happen in the 6th bar, right? So you kind of go through this whole part, and then another long turnaround. I can go. Another thing that can be really confusing about these type of songs is that there are many sets of changes that you can apply to them. It's almost like a choose your own adventure. There's a great Jamie Aebersold book that has like the whole like compendium of like all the different tunes that you can, all the different changes that people have used over the years. And a lot of the changes are referenced by the songs. Like there's the Eternal Triangle ones and the CTA, the Miles Davis tune. And they're all like very similar, but sort of have a slightly different type of movement. But all roads lead to Rome. So I believe one of the toughest part of the rhythm changes tune is when you're getting to the bridge and you have this, cycle of dominant chords where you have a D, going to the G, and then the F, right? Now this happens over an 8-bar span, and anybody knows it's really hard to kind of keep it's hard to blow over 5 chords like that long that don't resolve straight away. So, you can get into a little bit of a noodle type of situation, but what I end up like to do is I sort of will take a line, and, once you get used to it, you take that line and you put it all over all the chords, So I took that, and I used that over. I used it all over all those chords, right? Even though I kind of botched up the second one. But it's jazz. Maybe nobody noticed. All right, so check it out. Rhythm changes. Very, very deceptively challenging type of tune, but a very essential tune. What you really want to try to do is maybe break away from those real book changes and try to supercharge those dominant chords and play real simple lines. Obviously, the best thing that you can do is learn a bunch of melodies that are written over these kind of tunes, and they will sort of like, by osmosis and by playing it a lot, you're going to get like the jazz vocabulary that's going to help you play these songs better. Alright, I hope you dug the video. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the share and like. I love putting up videos for all my jazz guitar friends, and thank you so much for all the amazing support. Have a great October. Keep swinging. See you later.